Did you know that the corn inside your can was probably picked, processed, and sealed within just 8 hours? That's faster than many people reply to a text. Yep, canned corn might sit quietly on your pantry shelf, but behind its humble label is a whirlwind of science, speed, and serious quality control. And today, we're diving straight into how this golden goodness goes from field to factory to fork. So, ever wondered how corn gets canned without turning to mush? Let's crack open the lid and start right at the source, the harvest. It all begins in vast fields of sweet corn, the kind grown specifically for canning. These corn varieties are cultivated to be extra tender and sweet, with a short window between perfect ripeness and over-maturity. Timing is everything here. Farmers keep a close eye on the calendar and the weather forecast. Because the minute those cobs hit their peak, the harvest team gets to work fast. Specialized harvesting machines swoop through rows, pulling ears of corn with speed and precision. The machines are designed to be gentle yet thorough, ensuring minimal damage to the delicate kernels. And we're talking hours here, not days. In some operations, corn can go from the field to the can in under 8 hours. Once harvested, the corn ears are loaded into trucks and transported directly to the processing plant. This is where the real magic starts. But before any slicing or dicing, there's a cleaning ritual waiting. Because let's face it, nobody wants a side of dirt with their dinner. As soon as those truckloads of corn arrive at the factory, it's go time. The first stop is the wash station. The corn ears take a bath in large water tanks, with jets and rollers scrubbing off any leftover field gunk, dirt, husks, silk, and more importantly, the bugs. Next up is the sorting phase. Machines fitted with cameras and lasers inspect each ear for quality. Bruised, undersized, or damaged ears are removed from the batch. Only the best make it to the next round. You might be wondering what happens if some defects sneak through. That's where human inspectors step in. No robot can quite match the discerning eye of a seasoned quality checker. With a mix of human intuition and machine speed, the corn is ready to get undressed. The first step is removing the husk and the silk, which together form the protective outer layer of the cob. In large-scale operations, this is done using high-speed automated machines designed for efficiency and precision. The husking machines carefully strip off the leafy green husk, while another set of rotating brushes remove the silk threads clinging to the kernels. These silks might seem small and insignificant, but did you know that each one connects to a potential kernel on the cob? It's a fascinating detail that highlights how interconnected every part of the corn truly is. Once cleaned and fully exposed, the kernels are examined once more. At this point, consistency and appearance are key. Corn with discoloration or damage may be removed to ensure only the best kernels continue forward in the process. This step is crucial because the quality of the final product depends heavily on how well the corn is prepped from the beginning. Skipping or rushing this part would lead to inconsistencies in texture and taste after canning. Once the corn is husk-free and clean, it moves down the line to the cutting area. High-speed cutters slice the kernels right off the cob. These machines are calibrated to cut close, without getting into the tough cob center. Too shallow, and you waste good corn. Too deep, and you end up with gritty bits. So that's why this step matters a lot. The process happens rapidly. In a matter of seconds, rows of corn are funneled into the cutter, and the kernels are stripped off in clean, uniform passes. The resulting product is then collected and directed toward the next stage. The remaining cobs are often repurposed. Many factories send them to be processed into animal feed, biofuel, or compost. This not only minimizes waste, but also reflects a sustainable approach in the food manufacturing industry. With the kernels separated, it's time for a vital preservation step, blanching. In this phase, the corn is briefly boiled and then rapidly cooled. This step is not optional. It's essential for maintaining texture, flavor, and nutritional content. It deactivates natural enzymes that would otherwise continue breaking down the sugars and starches in the corn. The kernels would gradually lose their crisp texture and sweet flavor without blanching, even if refrigerated or sealed in a can. Blanching also helps preserve the bright yellow color of the corn, making it visually appealing when the can is opened months later. Additionally, it reduces the microbial load, contributing to food safety before the sterilization process. Factories use a continuous blanching system that removes kernels through a heated water tunnel, followed immediately by a cold water rinse. The entire process lasts only a few minutes, but it significantly improves the product's shelf life and quality. After blanching, the corn is moved to the filling section of the facility. Here, high-speed machines deposit a specific amount of kernels into each sterilized can. Accuracy is extremely important. Each can must contain a consistent volume and weight of corn to meet regulatory standards and consumer expectations. Once the kernels are filled in, a liquid, usually clean water or a mild brine solution, is added. This liquid serves multiple purposes. It fills airspace, helps distribute heat evenly during sterilization, and maintains the moisture content of the corn. An interesting aspect of this step is the monitoring involved. Sensors and cameras are used to ensure that every can is filled correctly. If a can is underfilled or overfilled, it is automatically removed from the line for correction or disposal. Have you ever noticed how uniform canned corn looks? That consistency is the result of precise measurement and calibration at this stage. It also contributes to even cooking and preservation during the next phase, sealing and sterilization. The filled cans now move to the sealing machines. This part of the process creates an airtight environment, which is critical for long-term preservation. A high-pressure seamer applies the lid and seals it to the can in a fraction of a second. The goal is to prevent any air, bacteria, or contaminants from entering. Immediately after sealing, the cans are placed in a piece of equipment called a retort. A retort functions like a pressure cooker on an industrial scale. It heats the sealed cans to a high temperature, often around 250 degrees Fahrenheit, for a specific period of time. This heat treatment, known as thermal processing, ensures that any remaining microorganisms are destroyed. It also creates a vacuum seal inside the can, which further prevents spoilage. When you open a can and hear that soft pop sound, it's the vacuum releasing, an indication that the can was properly sealed and preserved. Thermal processing times are carefully controlled. Too little heat and harmful bacteria might survive. Too much, and the corn could become overcooked. Achieving the right balance is both a science and an art in food engineering. Thanks to this step, canned corn can remain shelf-stable for up to 2 or 3 years without the need for preservatives or refrigeration. Canned corn may seem simple on the outside, but the process behind it is layered, deliberate, and deeply refined. From the farm to your kitchen shelf, every stage is designed to preserve the quality, taste, and safety of this staple food. Understanding this process not only deepens appreciation for the product, but also offers insight into how modern food systems prioritize both efficiency and consumer health. Have you ever wondered how many kernels are on a single cob? On average, it's about 800. Multiply that across thousands of ears of corn processed daily, and you begin to see the scale at which these factories operate. If you're curious about how other everyday foods are made, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Each product has a story, and we're here to explore it one step at a time.